Hello everyone, it is me, Straw Hat Ninja 89 here, and welcome to my anime movie review of Naruto Shippuden, the movie Bonds. Now before we begin this review, just to remind you, this is my opinion of the actual movie itself. Many other people have different opinions, so comment in the comment section below, rate you like it or dislike it, whatever, for various reasons. Without further ado, let's get started with the review. And before we also begin, please, just to remind you guys, there will be little bits of spoilers in this review. So if you don't want to be spoiled, everyone's said this before, and they'll say it again. Don't watch the video, or in my little thing here, you can skip over to the parts where I give the overall scores of music, animation, and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's finally get started. The story is that the Sky Ninja called Sora, I believe, yeah, Sora. The Sky Ninja Sora is actually attacking the Leaf Village, while meanwhile, they actually have to, while, you know, the attack is still going on, and pretty much residents are pretty much being in the hospital, or pretty much getting to safe haven, it appears that some visitors came around, which is known as Amaru and Shino, and pretty much they have to be accompanied by Naruto, Sakura, and Hinata back to their village. As they travel along the way, you know, they pretty much run into some deep trouble with this main weird Kingdom Hearts ripoff mindfuck of a villain, so you'll pretty much see as we go along the way. And you know what's surprising, that now, like I said, I'm not going to explain the entire story, like every scene by key scene, okay? If you want to do that, you'll have to watch the movie for yourself, but I will only do the spoilers that are meant to be spoiled for certain reasons. Alright, so As we know, that's pretty much what the whole gist of the movie is about, pretty much. The whole gist of it is that they have to pretty much find out what is going on with this whole behind the attack thing of the Sky Village. And let me tell you what it's for. For Dark Chakra. Yeah. Dark fucking Chakra. Apparently, there's this Dark Chakra thing that's going around, and apparently that is why, someone is actually using this dark energy, dark chakra, in order to make the Sky Villagers actually attack the villages. Weird, but okay. So, anyways, the Four Tails does make an appearance in this movie. While there's this genjutsu of Hamaru and stuff like that, where they're trying to go to the main floating castle thing with heads or whatever, and pretty much it transforms to this big weird ass monster thing, and saying that you must release your dark energy if you want to save Sasuke. Without that, you're too weak. And as soon as you mention the word Sasuke this, Sasuke that, Naruto gets pissed, he transforms into the fox. Typical shit that we've seen before. And after that, you know, he prevents it from happening. I mean, you do see it, you know, he does use it to whip his ass, but unfortunately he does prevent himself to be controlled even further, just like in the second arc of Shippuden. When basically Naruto is saying, like, no, I want to use my own powers, not only to, you know, to save Hamaru from suffering, but also to save Sasuke one day. Well, no shit. We all know this was going to be about Sasuke. And speaking of which, he makes a cameo in this movie. No, I'm not going to say guest, a cameo. You want to know why I say cameo? Because he's barely in this fucking movie at all. Like, at least for, like, what, 10 or 12 minutes at least? I mean, yeah, he's at the beginning, but what was his purpose again? Orochimaru sent him to go find this man with this medical jutsu thing in order to help him somehow, I guess. I don't know. Sasuke just didn't give a shit. He's like, whatever, I'm bored. I'm just going to go to this castle. La la la. And that's pretty much what it was, basically. So, then we get to the biggest cock... That's pretty much the whole biggest cock tease of this movie. Sasuke. When people saw the trailer to this movie, they saw Sasuke and they saw Naruto, like, either teaming up or just battling against each other. They were like, holy shit, is this really going to happen in this movie? I really have to see this. Then the main final trailers. That was called a teaser trailer, mind you. The teaser trailer, you know, they teased me good with that shit. I even fell for it. I was like, oh shit, this actually looks really interesting. I mean, I really did like the first Shippuden movie, but I'm like, damn, I wonder how this is going to hold up. So, long story short, I saw the main promo trailers and I was like, the fuck. Just the fuck. But in in a way still intrigued because I did still see more of Sasuke in it. So I was like, maybe Sasuke has to do with this whole like attack or whatnot. Like, there's something that's gonna be going on that's gonna babble me. All these questions are finally answered in this movie, and let me just tell you, it was mildly disappointingly suckage in a way. To me, it kind of really disappointed me. So yeah. I just cannot believe they had to do that to Sasuke. I'm not really going to go into more and more details of every bits and parts of the story. I'm just going to go to the parts you mainly want to hear about. And that's pretty much the whole ending. And the villain. And you want to know who the villain really is, which is the weirdest part? It's Shunin. Yeah, it's freaking Shunin. You know, the sensei who died at the beginning? He is actually the main freaking villain. There was no Shunin. He's actually some evil, mad, crazy dictator who actually wants to use his a hungry power dictator, mind you, who wants to pretty much just use his dark energy chakra in order to become more powerful than ever before. And then when you see what this guy transforms into, he's brawly. I can't describe him any more than just brawly from DBZ. That or just some Super Saiyan 3 transformation thing. I don't know. He just looks like a walking, talking, not walking, talking, a pretty much walking, fighting Brawly. He's pretty much like the Brawly of Naruto, but at least he doesn't have blonde hair, all spiked up, and doesn't say Kakarot like a freaking moron. So at least that's a godsend. So yeah, you know, pretty much Naruto's getting his ass kicked by this Brawly dark energy bullshit wannabe guy, and pretty much, you know, that is when Sasuke finally comes in and pretty much just like uses some like needle chakra thing. It's a thing to absorb most of his chakra to make him weak again. And you know, pretty much all it was just his reward was just a scroll. He goes, "Oh, I know why Orochimaru sent you here was for a scroll, but I thought he wanted you." That made no sense. So, okay. Sorry about that. So, anyways, as we move along pretty much with when Sasuke pretty much just teams up with Naruto, they all go after him and he becomes this really, and then he releases this big giant monster thing, the same one that pretty much that, you know, we saw before with the Genjutsu. Then pretty much Naruto and Sasuke just team up. Sasuke doesn't barely talk in this movie, you know, he just says like, you know, hey, this and this and that, like, you know, you're weak, you know, yeah, right. He gives it pretty much like a cocky attitude. It's like, you know what, yeah. You know, pretty much Sasuke doesn't barely have any lines in this movie. Like, what's I even looked up the script of this movie, and he barely doesn't even have that much lines to talk. And then, you know, he does notice Naruto, but he doesn't really give a shit. He's like, move away, weakling, you know, let me take over. Like, I mean, I guess he does kind of miss the good old days. I guess before that point where, you know, Madara told him the truth and everything like that, pretty much, I guess that's just the way he was. I don't know. And then pretty much at the end, when they defeat the big giant monster thing and then everything explodes, Naruto, of course, says the one thing, I promise I'll bring you back someday. And then pretty much, you know, his whole objective was just, I don't know what happened to the scroll. I think he like left or something like that. Naruto's like, "Oh, Sasuke, you failed me again." I mean, I know he didn't really say that, but you know, he's like, "What happened to the old fire or whatever?" He's like, He didn't even say shit. He's just like, "I'm gonna go back to training, bitch." pretty much he just did. So yeah, then you know, you pretty much get the whole fan service for the ladies out there, where he just strips off his shirt, does this Chidori sword thing or whatever, and that's pretty much the. Wait, one more thing before that. While they're blowing up, what the hell is her name now? What the fuck was her name? Hamari? Whatever her name was, I forget now. Pretty much, you know, just jumps on Naruto, just hugs him to death, and pretty much it's like saying like you're not alone, and she's like doing ways that she actually kind of loves Naruto. Is it me? But I really thought that him and her and Naruto had some pretty good damn love relationship going on there. I mean, yeah, I know Hinata would be jealous and all, but it's like, that would be pretty funny. That would be funny if they had a love relationship only in this movie, like secretly, but they never told anyone. That would be the craziest thing ever. Do you guys, like, if you guys comment below, do you guys really think those two had like some kind of love relationship thing going on? Because it kind of looked like it was in a way. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole gist of the movie. Now, like I said, when everybody saw that trailer, everybody was. It's pretty much the most cock tease of all Naruto movies, like, ever. I mean, okay, the first Shippuden movie actually had the whole Naruto's gonna die thing. When technically we all knew it. Well, technically we all knew that Naruto wasn't really gonna die. But, it just leads to questions like, what does this actually mean? Like, we actually see Naruto dying and shit. It's like, what the hell's going on here? And then it gets real, but it does get really interesting, and you find out what they pretty much play like a whole Quentin Tarantino on you. Then it starts like a regular movie. It's like really, really weird. But like I said, I loved that movie a lot better than this one, pretty much. But let the review speak for itself. So now, since we're finally done explaining most of this stuff, now, about the story. Now, did I enjoy the story? Is it enjoyable? Yes, for the most part. It's your typical Naruto type of story. And, in most parts it is pretty deep, especially when it comes to the main end, when it comes to the Broly ripoff guy, like I told you. I forget what the hell his real name was. I don't even think he even had a real name. Let's just call him the Broly ripoff. That's what I'm gonna call him, the fucking Broly ripoff. I mean, I know Neo Gainsbourg call him the ripoff of the Kingdom Hearts villain, but I'm going to call him the Brawly ripoff, because that's pretty much what he is. Just says pretty much, some deep shit, and pretty much, it does get pretty deep. You know how those movies or situations goes, even in filler episodes. Yeah, it's still pretty enjoyable. Like I said, there were some flaws in this movie that I wish they could fix. Like, one, why are the only group of ninjas like Naruto, Hinata, and Sakura? And second of all, Hinata didn't have enough screen time either. That's another thing I was pissed off with. That technically she got captured right away, and she's already drained with power. I'm like, and she didn't even have that much lines in this movie either. It's just like, Naruto, we're gonna go on a mission together. It's gonna be great. but, but pretty much you get it. They didn't really have that much lines with Hinata either. I mean, then again, Hinata doesn't talk much, I know, but it's like, weird. And then she barely wasn't even in the movie at all either. The only type of people who did any good shit would have to be the Leaf Ninja, pretty much going to their main dock of the ships that were the Sky Ninja were attacking, and doing some stuff like Sai, Shikamaru, Choji, I think, as well, and Kakashi and Yamato. I don't know about Rock Lee, I don't remember, but whatever. Pretty much the whole Leaf Shinobi Ninja did really great when it comes to the action sequences. And okay, the action sequences with Naruto and the Broly ripoff dude were kind of good. And the same with Naruto and Sasuke teaming up. Granted, it's a really short reunion, which I know pissed a lot of people off, but hey, it was kind of cool for them to see double teaming up. They even double teamed in the game Heroes 3, if you remember, for the PSP. So, yeah. So, the story overall, it's enjoyable, but there are flaws that I really wish they could have fixed that kind of made the first movie kind of a little more better when it comes to that subtlety, when it comes to even, like, the whole, not character development, but more character screen time, in other words. Like, the way they had, like, Naruto, Sakura, Neji, and Rock Lee in the first Shippuden movie was pretty damn good solid, and I think that worked really well more than just this three-man squad, which was like, doesn't really cut it for me. Were there any funny scenes in this movie that I liked? Yes, I did like the fact that Naruto thought that Himaru was... There we go, I just remember the name now. Himaru was pretty much, a girl this whole time. At first, he thought it was a boy, but then after she dives in to go save him and stuff like that, especially after getting some air from the water, you can see she's breathing like heavy, and like her chest is kind of moving up and down. And it's like, yeah, then she notices kind of, and it's funny the way he like reacts, especially when he got poisoned from the fish. It's like hilarious. I was like cracking up. Then the other funny scene, I forget. There was other funny scenes, but there were other funny scenes. I mean, there weren't really too many funny scenes in this movie that I recall, more than the first movie, because I think the first movie had like a lot more funny scenes than this one. There were funny scenes, but not nearly as much as the first movie had, pretty much. So yeah, the story, while it's enjoyable, there are some things that they should have explained or really fixed, like, more. Now we go into the actual art design, the actual animation. Very good, very top notch for a 2008 animated film. Very good. I do love the transfer to Blu-ray. Now keep this in mind, I only have the DVD version, but my friend does have the Blu-ray, and I have to say it's amazing quality. I still remember the amazing quality when I first saw it back when it was released in Japan. Very good stuff. I can't say nothing with the animation with the Naruto movies because they're so freaking amazing. So I have no complaints about the animation. It's pretty top solid. I think there were a couple scenes where they used CGI, especially for the floating building, whatever, and I think that was about it. But other than that, the animation was pretty top notch. Um, the music for this. Music was pretty good. They used some new tracks that were not in the anime, just mainly for the movie. However, they did use some battle sequences. When it came to the ending of the movie, they did use like the music from the battle scenes, like the whole like the preview music, pretty much, like that whole when they battling that giant monster thing or whatever. So yeah. Oh, and the theme song, "No Rain, No Rainbow" by Homemade Kakazu. I can't pronounce their names right, but very awesome Japanese group, and I do love the damn song. It's really good. I love "No Rain, No Rainbow." I have it on my iPod actually. And that's pretty much another good thing would have to be the song. Even though I like the first song, I like the first song too, but the second song to this movie was actually pretty good, and to me pretty memorable. And I love the rap. The rap overall just nailed it really good, and the lyrics too. Cause I read most of the lyrics, so yeah, So yeah, music was pretty good, pretty decent, pretty solid. It gets the job done pretty good. And I love the ending song. "No Rain, No Rainbow." It's pretty addicting after a while. And finally we go on to the voice acting. Oh boy, we all know what's coming with the whole feud between dubs and subs. Between the dub and the Japanese version, both jobs, both dubs did their job justice really good. The dub portrayal did pretty good, like it did about like 2-3 years ago. Very very good. Dub cast was really good. Of course, it's the same dub cast that we had for the Naruto main cast, but then we had Hamaru, which was voiced by Michelle Rolfe, which is the same voice actress for Rukia, Fujiko from Lupin the Third. What else did she do again? Shit. She did other things too. Oh, fucking Yoko from Gurren Lagann. She did a lot of major anime, big anime type dubs. She did, the character pretty good. At first she's kind of cocky, then she becomes like, pretty much, likable in the way. So yeah, Michelle Ruff did a pretty good job with that portraying as well. So overall, the overall score that I give this movie, the final verdict, it's still a good movie. It's still enjoyable, but they really should have worked on some of the flaws to this movie. However, this does not mean it's a bad movie. No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It's enjoyable. I would give it, for a letter grade, I would give it a C plus. Yeah, C plus. I give it about a C plus. And for rating, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10 because that's pretty much what it deserves from me. To me, 7.5 because that's pretty much what it deserves. It's still a good movie. It's still enjoyable. But the flaws really should have been fixed with the character screen time, yada yada yada, everything, including with Sasuke. Including Sasuke, which is on the cover, which is on the goddamn trailer. Why didn't they? Never mind. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna write an angry complaint like to freaking TV Tokyo. Anyways, yeah, so 7.5, C plus, letter rating overall. Do I recommend the movie overall? Well, first of all, if you're a big Naruto fan, of course. But do I recommend it overall to any? But if it's just like a movie to watch again, of course, I recommend it. It's still, pretty good entertainment for your time being when you're chilling out, relaxing, don't have nothing else to do. Pop in this movie, and there's your day right there. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this review. I hope you guys enjoyed this new review format that I'm actually doing with the new program, thanks to Sean, aka Big Game Freak. dude, you're awesome. Keep up. I hope you come back to make more videos on YouTube as well. And, I really do love, I hope your game comes to life, dude. I truly want to play it so badly. So, yeah, that's a big shout out to him as well. And a big shout out to you, Wanna Sasuke 100, and a big shout out to Neo Spark, who pretty much, gave me pretty much my wings to start doing reviews like this. And, no, not like this, but other YouTubers gave me the wings to start my YouTube career. So, yeah. That's about it. Thank you for watching. I'm Strawhead Ninja 89. Over and out. See you on the bounce. Peace out, guys. And stay tuned. Maybe this time will be my Trigon Badlands Rumble review. Maybe when I get the time, I will finally get to that review as well for all you big Trigon fans. So we'll see. We'll get to that as well. And of course, video game wise, there's Sound Generations, which I'll definitely be reviewing soon. Any old school games for the NES, SNES, Genesis, anything that comes into the old noggin will also be there as well. So yeah, so later, guys. Peace.